5 signs your relationship is beyond repair. Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. We all go through rough patches in our relationships. It's just a fact of life. But how do you know when you're dealing with a bump in the road versus a full-blown relationship crisis? How do you know when it's time to throw in the towel? Well, today we're going to dig deep and talk about 5 red flags that your relationship might be beyond repair. I'm not sugarcoating it, folks. This is going to be a tough one. But trust me, facing these hard truths head-on is the first step towards getting yourself back on track. The never-ending breakup-makeup cycle. Let's talk about the first big sign your relationship is on life support, the constant breakup and makeup drama. You know what I'm talking about. One minute you're fighting like cats and dogs, ready to sign those divorce papers, and the next you're back in each other's arms, whispering sweet nothings. This kind of emotional roller coaster is exhausting, and let me tell you, it's a major red flag. Now, every couple argues, it's normal, but when you're stuck in this endless cycle of breaking up and getting back together, it usually means there are deeper issues that you're not addressing. You're slapping a band-aid on a gaping wound and hoping for the best. And let's be real, folks, that Band-Aid ain't gonna hold forever. This pattern often emerges when both partners feel like they're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. There's a fundamental mismatch, but instead of acknowledging it, they keep trying to force it, leading to more breakups and more heartache. It's like trying to jam that square block into that round hole over and over again. You get frustrated, you take a break, and then you try again, hoping for a different result. But guess what? It's still not gonna fit. And here's the thing, this constant back and forth can be downright manipulative, especially if one person is always the one pushing for reconciliation. They dangle that getting back together carrot, and the other person, hungry for love and stability, takes the bait. But it's a false sense of security, folks. The hope that things will magically change can blind you to the reality that these constant breakups are a screaming sign that something is fundamentally broken. You're stuck in a cycle of pain and temporary fixes, and it's time to face the music. When communication crumbles, now, let's talk about the second sign that your relationship is heading south, the communication breakdown. You see, communication is the lifeblood of any healthy relationship. It's the bridge that connects two people, allowing them to share their thoughts, feelings, dreams, and fears. But when that communication breaks down, it's like that bridge crumbles, leaving you stranded on opposite sides, unable to reach each other. You stop talking about the important stuff. You start sweeping problems under the rug, and resentment festers like a disease. Think of it like this. You wouldn't ignore a leaky faucet in your house, would you? No, because you know that a small drip can turn into a major flood if left unchecked. Well, folks, communication is the same way. Those little misunderstandings and unresolved conflicts, they pile up over time, creating a wall of silence between you and your partner. And that silence, it's deafening. It speaks volumes about the state of your relationship. It tells you that you're no longer comfortable sharing your inner world with each other. You're afraid of conflict, afraid of being vulnerable, so you retreat into yourselves, becoming strangers living under the same roof. It's like having that elephant in the room, but instead of addressing it, you both tiptoe around it, pretending it's not there. You might think you're keeping the peace, but in reality, you're just delaying the inevitable explosion. And here's the kicker. Sometimes this communication breakdown isn't just about the absence of words, it's about the absence of positive interactions. Remember, a relationship isn't just about avoiding fights, it's about sharing joy, laughter, and excitement with each other. So if you find yourselves constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to speak your mind, or if the joy and laughter have been replaced by an eerie silence, it's time to take a long, hard look at your relationship. Because that, my friends, is a sign that something is seriously wrong. Chapter 3. The trust factor. Can a broken foundation be repaired? Now let's talk about trust. The bedrock of any strong and healthy relationship. Trust is the glue that holds everything together. It's the feeling of safety and security you have, knowing that your partner has your back, that they're there for you no matter what. But when that trust is broken, it's like someone shattered that foundation, leaving your relationship teetering on the brink of collapse. Rebuilding trust, folks, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Distrust often creeps in slowly, like a thief in the night, It starts with a small doubt, a suspicion, a question mark in your mind. Maybe it's a little white lie, a broken promise, or a gut feeling that something isn't right. And as that distrust grows, it plants seeds of doubt, suspicion, and anxiety. You start questioning your partner's every move, analyzing their words, looking for hidden meanings. It's exhausting, folks, and it creates a toxic environment where love struggles to survive. This erosion of trust creates an invisible barrier between you and your partner, preventing you from truly connecting on an emotional level. You're no longer able to be vulnerable with each other, to share your deepest fears and insecurities, because that part of you, that vulnerable part, believes it's no longer safe. Now, I'm not saying that every relationship where trust has been broken is doomed to fail. Sometimes, with a whole lot of work, honesty, and commitment, couples can rebuild that trust. But it's not easy, folks, and it requires both partners to be fully invested in the process. But if trust has been shattered beyond repair, if the pain of betrayal is too deep, or if one partner refuses to take responsibility for their actions, then it might be time to accept that the relationship has reached its breaking point. Chapter 4. The intimacy drought, more than just a physical disconnect. Let's talk about another major red flag that your relationship is on life support, the decline of intimacy. Now, when I say intimacy, I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about that deep emotional connection, that feeling of closeness and vulnerability you share with your partner. It's about being able to let your guard down, to be your true, authentic self without fear of judgment. It's about sharing your hopes, your dreams, your fears, and knowing that you'll be met with love and acceptance. But when that intimacy starts to fade, it's like a slow leak in your relationship, draining away the very essence of what makes it special. It's like that once roaring fire has dwindled down to a pile of smoldering ashes, and you're left feeling cold and disconnected. This loss of intimacy can manifest in many ways. Maybe you stop sharing your thoughts and feelings with each other. Maybe you stop making time for each other, prioritizing work, hobbies, or other relationships over your partner. Or maybe the physical affection, the hugs, the kisses, the hand-holding has dwindled to almost nothing. And let me tell you, that lack of physical touch, it speaks volumes. It's a powerful way of communicating love, affection, and desire. And when it's absent, it can leave you feeling unwanted, unloved, and deeply lonely. Now, a decline in intimacy doesn't happen overnight. It's usually a gradual process, often starting with small, seemingly insignificant changes. But over time, those small changes add up, creating a chasm of emotional distance between you and your partner. If you're not careful, you can wake up one day and realize that you're living like roommates rather than lovers, sharing a space, but not a life. And that, folks, is a dangerous place to be. Chapter 5, Fantasy Island. When your mind wanders too far. Now let's talk about the final sign that your relationship might be beyond repair, constantly fantasizing about other people. We've all been there, right? You're going about your day and suddenly, bam! You're hit with a daydream about that attractive co-worker or that intriguing stranger at the coffee shop. It's normal to have occasional fantasies, folks. It's human nature to be curious about other people, but when those fantasies become a regular occurrence, when they start to consume your thoughts and interfere with your real life, it's time to pay attention, because here's the thing. Those fantasies, they're not just harmless thoughts. They're often a sign that something is missing in your current relationship. They're a way of escaping the dissatisfaction, the boredom, or the lack of fulfillment you're feeling in your own life. Ask yourself this. What is it about these fantasies that's so appealing? Are you drawn to their looks, their personality, their lifestyle? What is it about them that you feel is lacking in your current partner? Now, I'm not saying that every time you have a stray thought about someone else, your relationship is doomed. But if you find yourself constantly daydreaming about a life with someone else, if you're more invested in your fantasies than in your real relationship, it's a major red flag. It's like you're emotionally checked out of your relationship, living in a fantasy world where the grass is always greener and your needs are always met. But here's the reality, folks, that fantasy world isn't real. It's an illusion, a distraction from the real work that needs to be done in your own relationship. So, if you find yourself constantly fantasizing about other people, it's time to take a step back and ask yourself some tough questions. Why am I so unhappy in my current relationship? What needs are not being met? And most importantly, is this something that can be fixed, or am I just holding on to a relationship that's run its course? Outrow facing the hard truths. Is it time to let go? Look, I'm not going to lie to you folks. Relationships are hard work. They take effort, commitment, and a willingness to fight for what you have. But sometimes you have to be honest with yourself and recognize when a relationship has run its course. These 5 signs we've talked about today, they're not just minor bumps in the road, they're major red flags that something is fundamentally wrong. They're signs that the foundation of your relationship is cracked, and no matter how much you try to patch it up, it's not going to hold. Recognizing these signs is not about giving up. It's about taking control of your life and making choices that serve your happiness and well-being. Sometimes letting go is the bravest, most loving thing you can do for yourself and your partner. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thanks for joining me today on this journey.